Let's wrap it in some tissue paper, because you know the finish is just beautiful and I need to protect that. And some bubble wrap. I'm going to put a little piece of cardboard here to protect this end. These are just toilet tissue rolls with all the tissue taken off. I think I'll put it this direction. Using masking tape, 2-inch wide. I'm just going to leave these corners, or these wings as I call them, just leave them extended. Let's take a measurement. It's about 10.5 by 7 by 4. I found a box in the garage that I'm going to recycle. I just have to cover up that label to cover up the old barcodes, but I think this box is going to work pretty good. So I recycle whenever I can, and I pick up boxes whenever I can from local stores. Let's do a test fit. That's going to work great. Some more bubble wrap in here. See how this fits. Pretty good. I have some extra room on the ends. I'm going to use some cardboard tissue rolls. And we need a little more bubble wrap on top, or some kind of filler. What can we use? Maybe another piece of bubble wrap. And I need to put my thank you label on there. As you know, I run these 30 up on a sheet of labels. Feels pretty good. Like I said, I need to cover up the old label, but let's get this taped up. I always check the old tape when I'm recycling a box. I'm going to add some more. And you know what? I just realized this is an inner box. That, my friends, is a problem. I say that because there's no rating on the bottom. And see that little hole puncture here? Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to open it back up. So I wasted my tape. This is a good opportunity to show you how I reinforce a box that is not meant to be an outer shipping box. It's got some gunk on it. I'll need to clean that up. Okay, the reason this is not an outer shipping box, first of all, it wasn't rated on the bottom, but it doesn't have the ECT or edge crush test rating. So I'm going to reinforce all 4 corners of this box. It's pretty easy. So let's take a measurement. I need about 5 inches. I need to match the height of the actual box. So I need 5 inches in height. Let's set this aside. I'm going to use my cutting board. And I have some scrap cardboard here. Need a utility knife. First thing I did is open it up at the seam. I don't want this to be a box anymore. Quite a bit to work with. Let's see how deep these are. They are actually about 6 inches, so more than what I need. But that's okay. Let's cut these up. I have to separate that a little bit to make it manageable. Let's cut off these flaps. I like to cut the flaps off first. Okay, 1 flap off. But all of the rest of this is usable too. In fact, I said I need 5 inches. 5 inches takes it right to this line here. This is a handle on the box, so can't use this part. Not right now anyway. I'm going to even it up, get rid of these few pieces. And this is my measurement, 5 inches. So I'm just going to use this along with my ruler. I've got some 5-inch high recycled cardboard here, and I need to make corners. I'm going to cut this flap off, and here as well. Now I'm going to pretty much estimate this and cut it in the middle. Same thing here. I have 4 pieces here that I'm going to make corners out of for my box. Here's my box that I need to reinforce. I'm going to take my ruler, one of the cardboard pieces, kind of eye it up for the center, and just make a fold. Now I have a corner piece, and I'm going to slip this down into the corner and reinforce it. How good did I do with my cut? It's a little bit high. I'm going to take off a little more. My small cutting board. And I'm just going to take off about 1/4 of an inch. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's do a test fit. Okay, there it is in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, but it's here. So let's finish taking off about 1/4 of an inch on the other pieces. Let's fold it. Now the other thing you have to think about when you're recycling a box, and it's not a regular shipping box, it's an inner box, is that it can be dinged up, is that it is susceptible to damage from all sides. These are going to take care of the corners, but I think I'm going to add an extra layer of cardboard in the bottom and the top. So let's take this back out. So I'm going to add an extra piece of cardboard in the bottom. Let's put our item in here, and then let's insert the corners. I still don't want this to shift on this end. So I'm going to put this cardboard tube here, like so. And I'm going to put an extra piece of cardboard on top. That'll work. So an extra piece of cardboard on the bottom, extra piece on top, made 4 corners. Did all of that in order to be able to use this particular box. But I do think I need just a little more bubble wrap. There we go. Check the fit. Feels pretty good. I've reinforced everything. Let's get it taped up. And it never hurts to add a little extra tape. See how that's pushed in? That's what I'm talking about. This is an inner box. But this is the box that worked best, so I just gave it extra tape on the corners, across the top, across the bottom. I'll take a marker and mark out the barcode, and we are good to go. Who is this going to? This is going to JR in California. So yes, I did allow for priority mail. We haven't done a coffee mug for a while, so I thought, well, let's do this one. This is an extra tall coffee mug. You know I like to fill up the center. That would take a lot of tissue paper for that. Let's try some bubble wrap. I have some scraps here. Half a piece. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's put some tissue paper around it. Of course, we'll have to protect that handle, you know. We have to do that. But for right now, let's put some tissue paper. We need a swimming pool noodle and a cutting board and a utility knife. I might just cut this the length of the mug. Let's cut a wedge in here. This is thicker than most of my pool noodles, so it's a little harder to cut. It's a little deeper. That did the trick. Does make a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Sliding it over the handle. You know, a lot of times I fill in that handle. I didn't do that this time, but it's pretty sturdy, and this is going to add a lot of protection too. So let's get this bubble wrapped. Now I have this seam down in the middle of the bubble wrap. So since I have a scrap here, I'm going to put that in the middle. Just using packing tape, holding the ends. This bubble wrap is from Home Depot. Would you ever guess? Home Depot? Orange bubble wrap. Okay, let's get our thank you label on here. Always seem to almost forget. There it goes. Let's take a measurement. What do we need? 8 inches, 8 by 7 by 4. Let's get a box. I have an eBay box here that's 8 by 8 by 8. Let's get this assembled. Let's do a test fit. I'll find the bottom here. There's the bottom. We have quite a bit of room, but we'll have to fill that in. I'm going to put some more bubble wrap in the bottom on the diagonal. Like I'm going to put the cup on the diagonal. I have some unprinted newspaper print. I'm just going to cut it in half. I've got 4 pieces here. 2 sheets made 4 pieces. Tuck this around. Just want to make sure it doesn't move around. Let's add some more bubble wrap on top. I still have this excess room on the corners, but it's really not going anywhere. But what can we do here? How about these? We don't need a whole one, but a partial. Well, I don't know. That pushes down pretty good. Yeah, that will help. I still don't like this excess room here. A little more bubble wrap. I'm going to cut it in half. Put a little bit in each corner. That looks pretty good. Let's do a test shake. That's good. Okay, let me get this taped up. KB in Louisiana. Okay, I just sold these on eBay. This actually is embossed on the bottom with home interiors. Very unusual. So we got 2 of these. Put this back. Let's start with some tissue paper. I'm going to tuck this inside the center. I'm going to add just a little bit of bubble wrap to the center. I could do more tissue paper, but I think I'll put some bubble wrap instead. It's only going to take a half a sheet. Actually, a quarter of a sheet. I already cut it in half once. Okay, let's wrap each one of these separately using 1 sheet, 1 square of larger bubble wrap, putting it on the diagonal, taping it on the diagonal. Oh, this came out of the center. Okay, what do we need here? What's the measurement? We have about 8 inches by 5 by 4. 8 by 5 by 4. I think I can make it work with this box. 8 by 6 by 4. I'll get it assembled. Let's do a test fit. I still need to add more bubble wrap. I'm going to put 2 pieces in. See what happens. Okay, I think this is going to work. Let's put the thank you note on. As I fold this bubble wrap over, I'm going to make sure I tuck it down the sides to give a little more cushion. By golly, I think we've got it. Let's tape this up. JJ in Ohio. I don't think I've ever shown you how I pack a hat. I don't think so. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Let me show you. Just have to have a box. I'm going to try this 8 by 6 by 4 eBay box. Let's get it assembled. The hat was already bagged in storage. No matter if it's white or blue or green or whatever color, I go ahead and bag it and put a twist tie on it. And I use these bread bags or bagel bags from Walmart. I keep these on hand. That's what I use. Keeps the hat clean, and it's already ready to put in the box. Do a chest fit. This is a pretty high top, so let's see. I don't want the brim to bend either. I think it's just going to make it, but I am going to add some bubble wrap here. Just going to check it a little bit. I might protect the brim a little more. Just going to tuck this around like so. I don't want him to cut into it when he opens it. I've never had that worry before, but I might put a very small piece of bubble wrap here, some clear. And let's put our thank you note on here. Thank you. I think this will do it. Yes, it will. There you go. How easy is that? I just thought I'd show you because, you know, you might like to sell hats. Pretty easy to ship, but I do recommend a box. Let's tape this up. And it's going out to JJ in Tennessee, and I think he'll appreciate the orange bubble wrap if he's a Tennessee fan. Visit my channel Avante Avenue for many more pack and ship videos as well as reselling videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. I'll see you soon. Simple sales for good profit. Be sure to subscribe.